Alright, YouTube. Welcome to part 2 of my Bane Thrall. Still having lighting difficulty. I don't know. Normally, I like to use natural light, but it's raining butts outside and there is no natural light. It's a naturally gloomy day, so sorry. I hope you can see this. To continue to the armor, I'm going to use a glob of... Oops. This stuff comes out really fast. But this is the model color, the Vallejo Gunmetal Gray, okay? And I always get more of this than I actually want. So obviously, this is going to go on his armor. We're going to dab some of this off. It's going to go especially on the chainmail. And with chainmail, you want to preserve as much of that detail as you can. So keep it out of the cracks, don't cake it on, don't make it too thick. Really, you're basically just dry brushing the silver on. When I'm doing this, I always dab the excess, always. Because if it's too much, it'll fill those cracks, you lose all your details. We're going to go here too. And why not just do the whole thing? If you get carried away with the silver, because we're going to go over this with gold highlights too, but the silver doesn't really matter because when the gold goes over it, the silver is just going to disappear. It'll be fine. It's going to look great. We'll go over this part. Oh, oops, I'm doing it backwards. The bumpy part's actually going to be gold. And that's going to be the silver. And I couldn't get the model to fit together quite right, so his axe is actually resting on his shoulder. Kind of awkward painting situation. You can see all the detail coming out on his axe. Again, same as the chainmail. If I had a really wet glob of paint on the brush, it would just disappear. All that would disappear. So it's important to just use moderation. Don't get carried away with your paint. And you can see right now I'm basically using a dry brush technique. And it's nice on this kind of worn out metal because it gives it a brushed look. Okay. Should probably paint his back too. His arms. Let's see. The other ones are silver all down here. Now since you're using the dry brush technique, it's perfectly acceptable to leave unpainted little bits. I think I've filled these in completely, but you can see how at first it was leaving little like black areas. It's okay, you can leave those, they look pretty cool. Or you can fill them in. Okay. And then his little spines. His, I don't know. I don't know what this is supposed to be. There's a skull on there. It's pretty cool. Okay. So 5.5 minutes into the video. What else? What else? Cool. Next, I'm going to go back and do the gold part. It's my trusty Emperor's Gold. I'm trying not to mouth breathe too much. It always kind of grosses me out when I'm watching a painting video and the guy's like... I'm already pretty sure you can hear me swallow, which is also gross to me. And if you haven't noticed that, now you will. You'll probably stop watching. You'll probably stop watching, liking, and commenting. Recent milestone for my channel there, I reached 100 subscribers. Kind of a while ago. I haven't checked in a while. I've been busy. But I thought that was pretty crazy. So thank you all for your support. And honestly, that's the main reason I'm even still doing these. A lot of people have found them useful. A lot of people have enjoyed them. I'm going to switch to a smaller brush so I can get these detailed parts here. And it's going to be like these here. But yeah, when I started making videos, I can't stand to watch my own videos. As I started the series with just kind of looking for feedback because I was trying to improve as a painter. And I don't know. I mean, I still don't think I'm an expert at all, but you know, I know how to paint. And at this point, I think I kind of have my own style and method and technique. It's probably really similar to others, but yeah, at this point, what you see is what you get. And I can solicit advice all I want, but I don't think I'm going to change too much because I tend to really like my results. And if you do too, then it's a good thing you're watching. Let's see, I'm trying to refer back to the other guy that's already finished. You can see, hopefully, I hope this is all in focus, but you can see on the edges here, there's kind of a different, there's a lip that's kind of begging for a different color, a trim color. It's going to be really hard for you to see, I know, because it's really in there. But he's got it here on his gauntlet as well. And stuff like this doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes the risk of messing up something you did right is not worth having some tiny detail filled in that nobody will probably notice anyway. Unless you are a perfectionist, in which case, knock yourself out. if you're a perfectionist, maybe you'll get lucky and mess up something you already did and you can go back and do it again. But I prefer to get things done quickly, especially with a unit like this, because I don't play cricks that much anymore, but when I do, these guys are definitely heavy hitters. Maybe in the future I can do some battle reports for you guys. I don't know. I'm a little shy about my playing ability. Yeah, I'm probably as shy about that now as I was about my painting ability when I started the series. Maybe I should stick to this. This is more fun anyway. It's easier to do. There's less production. I can just ramble at the camera. Any other details I'm missing? Not really. We always figure it out later. But for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and I'll probably go back and touch up some of that. So we're already at 11.5 minutes. And the only thing we have left really is his skull head and his hands and stuff. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to use a little bit of white. I've been using, when I can, these, what is this, Reaper colors. I know in the past I've advocated these, the big bottles, and I still think for beginners they're perfect, but over time it probably will be to your benefit to, just important colors or stuff you're going to be using a lot of. Just go ahead and pick up the more expensive kind, because they last basically forever. And the benefit, the result is just much better. So on his face and his hands, we're going to use basically the same technique we did with his cloak. But we're going to start on top. And this is a tiny, tiny little detailed brush. We're going to start on top and we're going to use downstrokes. And that way we don't fill the holes in his face, so you can see all the details that the sculptor made for us. His fingers are barely showing, so we can just kind of course all that's supposed to be wrapped. Okay. And I'm going to use the same technique on the wrapping around his axe. All that's really left to do on this is do one more. Just go with the white here, just the pure white, and kind of trace around the details, his eyebrow, the top of his head, anything that kind of sticks out. But basically, I'm going to end the video here because we're running long again, but pretty much that's what you're working with. Not bad, right? I hope you like it. Hope you like the video. Comment, like, subscribe, whatever. Thanks for watching.